Good morning, dear students, and the new CMR lesson, since you didn't know about space. Lesson objectives: formation of lexical skills, the formation of the ability to manage and the dialogical statements, systemization and the control of knowledge on the topic space. Бағалау критерийімен таныстырып өтейін. Сабаққа қатысуларыңыз 10 балл, өз пікірлеріңізді білдіру 20 балл, үй тапсырмасын уақытылы өткізу 20 балл, сабақтағы белсенділіктеріңіз 20 балл, ғылыми көзқарастарыңызды білдіру 10 балл, материалды толық меңгеру 20 балл. It's very interesting to know more about the famous cosmonaut. I offer you to read the texts about famous person. Neil Alden Armstrong. Neil Alden Armstrong is an American aviator and a former astronaut test pilot, aerospace engineer, university professor, and the United States Nova aviator. He was the first person to set foot on the moon. Before becoming an astronaut, Armstrong served in the Korean War. Armstrong joined the NASA astronaut in 1962. His first space flight was in 1966. Armstrong's second and last space flight was a mission commander of the Apollo 11 moon landing mission on July 20, 1969. On his mission, Armstrong descended to the lunar surface. For his space flights, Armstrong received the Congressional Space Medal of Honor. First woman in space. On June 16, 1963, Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman to travel into space. She spent 71 hours there. Valentina Vladimirovna Tereshkova was born in Russia in 1937. When she was 18, she started working at a textile factory. At the age of 22, she made her first parachute jump in the local aviation club. She was keen on skydiving, and she was noticed by the people from the Soviet space program who wanted to put a woman in space in the early 1960s. Tereshkova was skilled enough for that. In February 1962, she began intensive training to become a cosmonaut. In 1963, Tereshkova was selected to the second flight in the Vostok program, and on the 16th of June, Vostok 6 was launched into space. Tereshkova didn't guide the spacecraft. It was guided by an instrumented control system. On June 19, Tereshkova successfully parachuted to the Earth. After her space flight, Tereshkova received the Order of Lenin and Hero of the Soviet Union awards. The solar system is a system of planets centered on a bright star, a source of energy, heat and light, the sun. In the center of the solar system is the sun, around which revolve in orbits 9 planets. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. The sun and all the stars we see in the night sky belong to a great group of stars that travel through space together. Such a group is called a galaxy. The galaxy is like a huge disk with a ball in the middle. The galaxy is about 100,000 light years in diameter. This means that it takes a beam of light 100,000 years to travel from one edge of the disk to the other. We've known a lot of interesting information about the earth and the sun. It will be very useful for us. The Earth is the fifth largest of the 9 main planets in the solar system. The Earth looks blue from space because 70% is covered with water. There are 4 oceans on the Earth: the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian, and the Arctic. The ocean contains 97% of all the water on the Earth. The Earth is the third planet from the Sun. The Sun is just one of many stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Task number 1. The task of the students is to guess who they are talking about. Good morning, dear friends. I was born in March 9, 1934 in the Smolensk region. At school, I was a honest student. I was not afraid of difficulties, knew how to work. I wanted to become astronauts. Many had to walk, skydiving, flying planes, study of complex instruments and devices of the astronomy and the medicine. And I did it. And then came the day that marked the beginning of space exploration, April 12, 1961. I circled the years in the Vostok spaceship. My dream of traveling into space became true. I saw how beautiful our planet is, how small and fragile it is. American astronaut Neil Armstrong said about me, he called us into space. Yes, Yuri Gagarin was a Soviet pilot and cosmonaut. He became the first person in the history to travel into outer space. Yuri Gagarin was born in 1934. His parents had 4 children in total. In September 1941, he went to school, but soon the village where he lived was occupied by the German army. Only in 1943, Yuri continued his studies at school. In 1951, Gagarin entered the Saratov Industrial. Please answer to the questions. The first question, who is Yuri Gagarin? The second question, when did he go to school? The third question, what was the name of the spaceship? The next task, match the combinations of words. And home task. Test.